Hello, literally something? I don't know if I'll call you. I don't know what should I say. Wait, I'm trying to think what to call you. If I say literally, I'm gonna say that a lot. So I'm gonna call you something. How are you doing? Welcome in. Hello, indeed. Give me 1 second. I am just adjusting my model. 1 sec. Where is it? VTube Studio. No. There we go. Okay. Should be plugged in and ready to go. Hi, Noct. How you doing? Whoa. Congrats on the first. Oh, it's so cold. We're really hitting the winter months now. I say this as I'm just sitting in a t-shirt in my room that's barely insulated. Your laptop fan is making up. Oh, what's happening to your laptop? Is that how you game? Are you PC laptop gamer? I respect it. I use a laptop too. Give me 1 second. Almost done with the calibration. There we go. Turn on my controller. Y'all are in winter. What do you mean in? Is it not winter everywhere? Dust bunny? It could be a dust bunny. Malaise? What? It could be a dust bunny. What? The world's not in winter? I thought. Oh, you're in summer. Oh, I feel like aren't some parts of the world like always summer or something? Because at least I heard like the equator. It's like always warm because you're always closest to the sun, because you're in the center of the planet, which is where the spear juts out the most. You're from New Zealand? I thought it's always winter in New Zealand. Grating feeling of gloom and general shittiness. You know what? I feel it. Sometimes it's like that. That's when you gotta get up and do things. Which, speaking of, I did a lot of that this morning, which is one of the reasons why it was kind of late stream. My ass knocked the fuck out, and I was gone for like hours. Ecuador, Pacific Island, Australia, in summer 24/7. That's what I thought too, right? Yeah. Well, what am I doing? Oh, yes. We're doing Genshin. I gotta level up a character. Actually, what is today? It's mats today, right? Time to farm a bunch of stuff for Farazan. I think Farazan needs her mats today, yeah. I don't know. I don't like summer, though. Okay, I like fall, and I like spring the most. It's weird, because I'm born in summer. But I like fall and spring the most, because the temperature is not as severe as the other 2 months. It's just me. I personally like the less severe. Just cold most times. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's some areas that are like winter 24/7, more north and south of the world. Actually, let me change out my character. We're just doing a bit of farming right now in Genshin. I am just gonna get some books for. You're a freak for the cold? Okay, it's nice. This man does Ice Cube. I said nothing. Oh, you're America? That's what. Yep. What? What do you mean shaking your head? Oh, damn. You're gonna hit me with the SMH? Yeah, I'm American. What about it?
Final warning! Supporting fire! Fire it up! Flash! Glory to the Shogun!
Oh, he died. Okay. Ameriburger. I America. Make hamburger country. That's still one of my favorite. Still one of my favorite VR chat clips. Oh yeah, America. Make hamburger country. Like, yeah, that's basically. You're better than gringos. First gen via Chinese. Oh, okay. You said gringos. That's what my friend would say.
Justice will prevail. Drop your weapons.
Gun.
I got you covered. Check this out.
Loaded.
We did it. German. Oh my god, wait. Samoan, Tongan, Chinese, German, Portuguese? Man, Mr. Worldwide. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, I'm mostly Southeast Asian, East Asian mix. So like, I am Chinese, Cambodian, and Laotian. Maybe a bit of Vietnamese.
You asked for it. Final warning.
Supporting fire.
Strike. Ready.
Wow, that was a fast clear. There's more? Was the character limit, like, did you hit the character limit? What happened? Alright, I'm drinking water. I don't think so. No, I'm just joking. I was just saying, why not say all of it? If there's more. I was like, dang, is that much? Oh no, we don't have our burst as Chevrolet.
Stop right there.
Here's backup.
Oh no, my rotation is scuffed now.
Time to testify.
It's okay, we can do this to fix our rotation. Como, get your orb. There we go. Oh, yeah. Is there? What if there's more? Let's hear it. I'm hoping that Genshin warms up my room. If I could uncap the frame rate, I would right now. But you can't. Genshin's capped at like 60 or 30. Or like, yeah, you can't go above 60. It's 60, 45, or 30 FPS, I think, are the only caps you have. I got a bunch of books for Farazan. She needs to level.
Hands where I can see them. Drop your weapon.
I got you covered. Fire it up.
Quiver. Ready.
Look at that. 10 out of 10. Welsh? Hey, what? Okay, well, oh my god, that's it. You say that's it like there's that wasn't a lot. That's oh yeah, I wasn't okay, Mr. Worldwide indeed, man. You'd like to have a tower, but you haven't had the money for one in almost 2 decades. What happened to your last tower? Yeah, that's a lot of oh man. Something that is a lot. I could hardly remember that myself, but I guess if that was my, if that was my background, I'd probably remember it. But like, and someone else, I wouldn't be able to remember all. There's not many, you know. What do you mean?
I really did spend a lot recently. Only 10 more are left.
I thought 3 was a lot. That's like. It's over a dozen. Ah. Sorry, I got something. No. What do you mean go to bed, nerd? You go to bed, Banana. My cousin's more. I mean, yeah, okay, relatively speaking, yes, in comparison, that would be more. That would be a lot. But in like in general, that's already considered quite a bit. Oh, pervasive hardware problems, big rip. I'm hoping that's not happening in my build. I've been having like a bit of artifacting, during just idle. I think it might have been all the power outages that happened, I think earlier on. So I'm hoping that didn't cause a lot of damage. I'm still getting like flickering lights and stuff. It seems to be running fine though. I'm not having like major like crashes or anything. It seemed to be the plugs at first, but I'm worried. Hopefully it's nothing big. It's 12 o'clock, old man. What do you mean old man? I guarantee you're older than me. We had to rebuild side to side with laptop since then. Yeah, that's fair. My only issue with laptop is that unless you buy a really good one or really... Okay, if you want to future-proof your laptop, my recommendation to anybody, buy a laptop with very high VRAM. Trust me, I've made that mistake. If you don't buy a lot of VRAM in your laptop since you can't upgrade, games... The hard limiting factor for any game that I've ever played has never been the actual GPU power. It's always been the VRAM limit. That is what killed all of my, what's it called, graphics cards. Is that I could not run the game because I had to hit a VRAM limit. So always buy as much VRAM as you can on a laptop that you can afford at least. Never stick with bare minimum on VRAM. Because if you do that, 2 years later you're gonna have to buy another laptop and that's just, yeah, you already lost your, your, what's it called, return. Also, make sure you don't have a hard drive. I mean, if you mean by, like, having an SSD instead, yeah. Definitely. Digital? Yeah, you mean SSD, yeah. You do want an SSD. Most things nowadays should not come shipped with a hard drive.
Into the shadows.
Yep, SSD or NVMe. Good shepherds. You'd be surprised? Yeah, definitely look into it. I mean, it depends though, because if you're buying like a work laptop, they're probably gonna like skip on you and give you like a hard drive. I know I've seen that happen before. But most like gaming laptops, like that will have like most modern GPUs, we're talking like maybe even 10 series onwards. I've always seen with an SSD, like, but 20 series onwards for sure they're gonna have like an NVMe or a SSD of some sort inside them. Do I have enough books? Nah, never enough books. Get more books. You're like 4 years older than me? Ah, oh, no. What did I sign up in?
Damn it. Hands where I can see them. Stop right there.
I got you covered. Don't get too close.
Quiver. Loaded.
Yay, we did it. 24? Yes, I am 24. Damn, I thought people were 25 or old. I remember when I was in my early 20s. Damn. Time, guys. Time will get you. I'm not that much older.
Justice will prevail. Drop your weapon.
Here's backup.
Flash.
I'm waiting for this to backfire Banana. Like, he said just like, haha, you're old man. And then he dates someone that's like 6 years older than him. Oh no, man. You can't even drink yet? Lame. You're just like my brother. Can't even drink yet. Lame. Ooh, I got a purple. I probably should have enough, but you know, you never know. I might as well just keep going, right? You never have enough. You don't think you'll ever drink? Lame! No, I'm joking. Ah, shoot. How did I do this? Look at that. Oh, they didn't spark a particle. I wonder if I can... Get energy, Chevrolet! Please! There we go.
Hands where I can see them. Stop right there.
Got you covered. Fire it up.
Strike. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Get... Oh, I was in the ground. What the heck? What do you mean 800 tell Nike? He's gonna save it. He's gonna use it when it's the most embarrassing. I might as well use condensed resin. I don't want to do another 2 run to this. Whoa! Oh, I got purple. Nice. Alright. I think the next story quest is Albedo. Which, that's gonna be nice. I got a Geo team lined up for him. Actually, wait, can I use Albedo? Hold up. I'm thinking how I'm gonna implement Albedo. Wait, hold up. Yeah, I think the next quest is Albedo, so I have to figure out how the hell I'm gonna fit. How am I gonna fit this traveler in? Hold on. I gotta figure out a team for Albedo. It's gonna be Mono Geo. That's like his best team. All right, let's do the typical like Navia. We got no healing though. I don't think we use Farina then. We're gonna use like Xingqiu Bennett. This is a tough one actually. Okay, 7 tomorrow. Yeah, go. Yeah, tell me to go to bed. Hypocrite. Alright, good night. Have a good one, Banana. Don't forget about me. I will not forget about you. You can't drink at 20. What? Wait, can you say that on chat? Is that against TOS? That might be against TOS. Oh no. I'm scared. Twitch Sama is gonna obliterate me. This never happens. Okay, I'm thinking like what the heck I'm gonna make for a team. Albedo's gonna be good for Crystallize, so I guess I could do like a Bloom? No, that's weird though. Yeah, that's whack. I don't know. Maybe like an Electro Charge? Nah. Maybe like Mondstadt. I guess we could do like a Bennett, like... Yeah, I'm trying to think what element I'm going to use because I can't use the other elements. Under limited circumstances. You know what? Yeah, let's say it's under one of those states. We're safe. 100% safe. We're good. See, that's how you avoid it. I'm thinking... Do like Electro Traveler and then like Albedo. That it.
Count me in.
Okay, we just gotta go resonate with Geo. Rockman, where are you? Liyue. Oh, not Geo. Inazuma, give me that Electro. 700 till Nike, good night. Are you gonna like AOK in chat and just farm it? Let me switch to... Yeah, we're gonna go Electro here. Heal up, Bennett. Resident Electro. Electro Traveler, because we can't be Geo since Navia needs double element. Whoa! That all went into Bennett, I think. He stole all that. Oh, actually no. Never mind, I thought I claimed the daily. Let me switch to a team and I can get the daily reward. Got it. And now we're gonna go to... Let's go on Mondstadt, yeah, why not? The crafting bench is like right there. I need to make a 1. I always have 1, what was it called? Condensed resin on me, just in case something happens and I need to use it. And there's many times where I've had to do that. There we go, look at that. But I think we're good on books. Barozon should be more than good on books now.
Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astra.
Dispatch character on expedition. There we go. Ten items, man. I think we should be good on Traveler. I don't know. Oh, I'm thinking of like Dendro. Give me electro damage bonus. What about electro? Give me electro. Electro damage bonus. Oh shoot. And we have set filter. No. There we go. Yeah, electro damage. I know we got a good electro one here. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if instructor's good for this because Navia doesn't really care for EM. So I might swap out for like. We might have ER issues. Let's do 4-piece exile. Exile, where are you? Okay, it's Traveler. He can use the most garbage artifacts for all I care. Crit and ER, yep, that's what we need. Yep, ER. I just need ER. ER is all I need. Energy recharge, yep. We need like crit rate. Damn. Oh, we don't have a crit rate one? Oh, shoot. Now we can do this one. There we go. Look at that. Energy recharge. We're gonna have Albedo in our team. Okay, next quest, Albedo. Let's get the quest. The Rumored Alchemist. Oh, it's Sucrose! That's best girl! No. The one character that literally made me play Genshin.
Huh? Looks like Timaeus isn't here today.
Hold on, let me straighten my face. There we go. Hi, Sucrose.
Wait, are these two... Oh, hello, Traveler and Paimon. Pardon me, are you looking for Timaeus? No, just strange for him to not be around. Paimon always sees him standing here. I see. He was called away by Albedo a little while ago. I was called over to attend to the store. If you need any help, just call my name. If not, I'll be reading a book over there.
Nerd.
No worries. We're all clued up on the basics of alchemy, aren't we?
I say that very lovingly. We love nerds here. Especially Nerdy Girl. No need to trouble you.
I guess it's no surprise coming from the one who repelled Storm Terror. Actually, since it's you, I bet you're someone who'd be able to help Albedo.
Oh, I
There's that name again. Albedo. You and Timaeus mentioned him the last time we met, right? Is he also an alchemist in Mondstadt?
I think I might have heard of him.
Apologies. I never introduced him. Albedo is the Knights of Favonia's chief alchemist. He's also Timaeus and my teacher. But Paimon's only ever seen Timaeus teaching alchemy. So that means Albedo is a teacher?
Teacher.
Yes. He's dedicated himself to investigating the truth of this world, and has made many an important breakthrough.
He's a professor. Doesn't the leveling go like, you know, you got... Well, hold on. You got like tutor, teacher, and then like... No. It was like tutor, student, teacher, and then you got like professor, right? He's like professor level. Sucrose is probably in the like student-teacher level.
We often get alchemists coming to Mondstadt from all over Teyvat, seeking his help. They say that the subtlest of guidance from Mr. Albedo helps him to solve the most unfathomable of problems. Wow! Paimon didn't know he was such a big deal!
Yeah, Sucrose is very adorable. Her ears plus glasses, and always blushing, 10 out of 10.
Still, it seems that he's encountered a problem in his research recently. Every time I see him, he has a concerned look on his face.
Oh, thank God, the garter belt. Oh. They knew what they were doing, bro. That's good character design. Yeah, they're good. They're good. They knew what they were doing. They knew you knew what you were doing, Mihoyo. My knowledge of alchemy stops at basic crafting.
I'm sure that Albedo would love to hear about your incredible exploits. I know it would bring him lots of new inspiration. Albedo is a true gentleman. He'll be sure to pay you back in equal measure for helping him out.
Can he make Paimon stronger?
Paimon doesn't need any help in that department. But if Albedo wants to pay Paimon back for helping him, a few more might settle the score.
Albedo and Timaeus will be conducting research in the mountains right now. I'd love to take you both to see him, but somebody has to attend to the store. I'm afraid you'll have to go to the entrance to the pass and look for him by yourselves. Look out for a refined gentleman with the presence of a true scholar. And...
Refined gentleman.
Sorry. That's the best I can do. You'll have to do your best.
Hey, stop worrying. We got this.
You just call him a blonde dude? With like a lab coat? That'd be like really easy to spot.
Sucrose is a whole lot less nervous once she gets talking about alchemy and research, huh? Is that what all researchers are like?
My apologies. I don't really know how else to describe him. If I could sketch you his portrait, I would. But my pencil strokes are no match for his.
Anyway, let's go and look for Albedo.
Yeah, her ears are really adorable. I like how they they droop down. Also ponytail. The Traveler has more hair than her, like, wow. His hair's longer. Imagine if it's like unbraided. Oh, his hair would be like blowing locks. I think he actually has more hair than his sister, like longer hair. The what's it called? Lumina has much shorter hair than he does. Do we gotta go to Dragon Spine? Ah, nah, not Dragon Spine. Not this place again. Good thing we have Bennett. He's gonna be our only saving grace. You need a damn pyro character in, what's it called? In Dragon Spine, so good thing we brought Bennett with us. Actually, hold up. I just want to check something. What is the duration? 12-second duration, 20-second cooldown. 15-second cooldown. I think we might swap it out. I think that order would be better. Because of cooldowns. It's Rosaria! No, they nerfed her!
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Barbara.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony.
Oh.
Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up.
I really like Rosaria's sharp older sister. Just saying.
But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Nope, there she goes.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something.
Hi.
Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain. Or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where. And you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? But Paimon was whispering so quietly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... Huh. So it's you.
Yep, it's me.
The honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Looks at Rosara's outfit. This woman is not of the cloth. This is her censored outfit, bro. Wait till you see her uncensored outfit. Oh my god.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
We're looking for Albedo.
If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant.
As far as sisters go, you're fairly mysterious.
I couldn't care what you
He's
think.
definitely not on.
Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Pre-nerf, she was ridiculous, bro.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the trap.
She had fucking ballistics for last time before the nerf. Even with the uncensored outfit, like, it's still nerfed compared to what it used to be, actually. Where is she? I know I have her somewhere. Yeah, look, the pre-nerf, she backless dress, and she wears fishnet. Insane. In a sense, it was a leotard. Just, oh my god. Definitely not Woman of the Claw. I remember I was watching a video of someone, like, reacting like Genshin characters, like, oh yeah, she's a nun. And the mom was like, she's a nun? That was the funniest reaction I've seen of it so far. She's a nun? Question mark, exclamation mark. Yeah, I do plan to play her down the line, though, because I have her T2, which makes her usable with, what's it called? Chungling, for, like, an insane reverse melt. Or insane melt comp, since they both have no cooldown. They have no ICD, so you can just spam elemental reactions as long as you're within that circle. She's a nun? I like how they're just slimes in a barrel. And I like how they're animated, actually. Oh no, can I grab it? Yes, made it. Oh, I had to go to this godforsaken hellscape again. There's his tracks, we found them. Where are you, Albedo?
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Oh, it's a snow, like, leopard,
yeah?
whatever the thing is, a minx.
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Here! My teamwork is trick! Attack!
That's the way.
You need to hurry up!
This one's got your name on it. What's your umbrella warfare, I
Another
guess?
one down.
Lightning flash! Get out of here! I'm going in!
Feeling lucky?
What's this
Attack! This one's got your name on it.
Wow. 3-man team, and it's still really good. We're missing a member. The one good thing, though... Oh, actually, it was a smart idea that I did Ether into Bennett. Because that means Bennett will funnel the, what's it called? Little teardrops I drop behind. So that actually means he can, it solves his ER issues. That's actually a smart move, yeah.
Adventure time. Let's light it up.
Let's cook. Navi is hurting. Navi, eat some chicken. Let me even make chicken. Actually, let's make some chicken. Rosario, cook us some chicken. Like 25 chickens? 25 chickens. Woo! 2 of these ended up being Dinner of Judgment. That's her specialty dish. Rosaria's specialty. The seemingly dark thorns make it hard to know how to begin tucking in. After some effort, you manage to clear the ornamentation away, and to your surprise, the first taste of the tender chicken unveils a shockingly, lovely taste. As Rosario studies your reactions, he seems pleased. This dish is supposed to be like a metaphor, how she's like thorny on the outside, but inside she's very tender and sweet. That's cute. I like that's her signature dish. That's very adorable.
Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
I'd be surprised if she wasn't used to the cold as a cryo, mission holder. You should be used to the cold if that's your element. There we go. I want to see more of the events, though. I never got to see the early events. Like, major parts of Albedo's story are, like, not accessible anymore because they were part of the events. 2 events, I think, mind you. Is he just drawing them?
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape.
Even here, it
The
seems.
views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger?
Oh no, we've been caught.
Looks like we startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first.
That. Where'd you go? You already died, damn.
Feeling lucky?
Easy.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly churls unfinished.
You're painting hilly churls?
What's up with painting hilly churls? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Oh, look at him. Very avant-garde.
Wow, look at the detail.
I don't know, avant-garde,
Some
garde,
of
I
it
don't know.
seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly churls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here.
I seen his old hair. I was like, oh, or his like concept art hair. The final version looks so much worse. I wish he got, maybe he'll get an outfit. You know, give Albedo an outfit down the line for his old hair, please. We'd all take it.
In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina.
Rosario has one of the most unique eyes of all the characters. She has like really sharp, like thin eyes. Most characters have the rounded out eyes. Hers are like oval shaped. She also has like a really tired looking eyes, which are top tier.
We found your man. I'm headed back.
Yeah, I'm already gone.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! Ugh, what a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking.
Gosh me.
I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct?
You're worthy of your scholarly reputation.
Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
Research?
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
No, why did you do that?
You can do that?
Alchemy is really miraculous.
However, I
It
have
really
a
is
particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
So I'm an object of research?
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
A little freaky. The word freaky has been ruined for me. Oh, is there any danger?
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
That's unknown. She's stalking us. She never left! Ha! I knew it.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
Oh shoot, we've been out in the cold. Oh! Warm up. I like the hilichurls are just, look at it, just chilling over there. Literally. Where's the test site? Up there? Guess we just walk up there then. Or am I tripping? Hold up. This way. God, I need to go and 100% this area. Sealy, thank you for the warmth. Oh, there's a hilichurl over there. We gotta jump him.
Feeling lucky?
Got everybody? Dang. They got clapped. Alright, Albedo. What do you need us to do?
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint.
Give me 1 second, I am modifying something. There we go. I hate how I spent all this time to set up restream, and then Stream Elements was like, oh yeah, we just added multi-streaming like 2 days later. I'm like, really? So now everything's built into the platform and much smoother to use. Only issue, you can't chat in Stream Elements multi-chat. It's only read only, which is fine. That's pretty much what I need to use it for. I don't really need to chat when I talk to you guys.
Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life.
Oh.
After awakening,
Cold.
even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
That's what I want to know. Or it doesn't seem like you understood.
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
You sure know how to keep Paimon on board. He's seen through Paimon's ulterior motive.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person.
OP.
How you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature.
Not that I'm aware of.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
No.
What a stupid question. Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you.
I caught Paimon with a fishing rod.
Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards.
10-meter thick mountain rock? My god. MC confirmed the elements because they're the projection of a divine being? I don't think they're projection of a divine being. I think the reason why is... That's true. He's got a point, though, right? It was only after we met Paimon that we all of a sudden learned how to use elemental powers. Right? So... Weird. I mean, maybe it's because she led us to the statue, the 7, and then we got the power. But it is a weird coincidence. The special boy. He's a very special boy, yes.
No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world.
Weird.
Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers.
It's actually the traveler's clothes that gives them the powers. That's why their clothes glow when they get new elements.
Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally.
Yeah, Paimon is the real main character. Ether is just a shared hallucination, 100%. Everyone's just seeing it. It's actually Paimon behind all of this.
Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Beat shit up,
Direct
science.
and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise.
I want to see how Beto and Alhaitham talk. Because they're like the two, researchers.
Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine.
I'm not being battled around, by Hydro Mimics.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Oh no, I gotta fight the slime.
Lightning flash!
Halloween thunder!
Huh? I'm going in.
Pyro MC! I got Pyro Fusion. Oh no! Here we go.
Everybody
Go,
stand
Traveler, go! Oh, I hate how the slimes like can go everywhere. Ah, come back here. Oh my god, he's stuck in like the worst place. Get him.
Here.
There we go. 2 more.
Adventure time. Huh?
Take this!
Teamwork is dreamwork. Huh?
Thunderclap!
Thunderclap. Who's getting clapped? Did it.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready.
If Albedo became a woman, would their name just change to Galbedo? No, because it's already a very popular female character named Albedo. If you watch Overlord, you should know exactly who that is. Just a bit cold.
Excellent. According to my observations,
Oh!
the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary.
Welcome for the... thank you for the follow, Aihara. How you doing?
Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very
You
simple.
don't like Albedo?
I can
Sad.
use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power.
Nah, Sheltier is pretty good though. Sheltier also shares a VA with Mona in this game. So... That's actually kind of an interesting thing I've noticed. I was like, what? Mona and Shelter share a VA? I should have known from the sassiness that Mona had. I should have... yeah, I should have known it was the same VA. Fine, what about you? I'm doing good too. I'm just a bit cold. You know what? Very sad. Guys, I'm doing true immersion. I'm freezing in my room just like how the Traveler's freezing in Dragon's Mind. True immersion right here.
If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
It'll make my stomach swell and crystallize in my stomach. Which one? Will it crystallize in my stomach?
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary
Oh,
queasiness.
Agile!
No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Agile always strikes at the worst time.
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry.
That's not hugely reassuring.
Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test.
Yeah, I didn't expect Mona to be so sassy. Like, I finally did do her story quest earlier. I was like, wow. I actually like her character a lot.
Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
This is like a health checkup.
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it.
Wait, this is the only story quest that doesn't have a cutscene? What? Even like Mona had one, I remember. Like when you walked up to her, you got to see her like, flick her hair back and all, like, being a diva. Oh wow, even yeah, that's kind of, rip. Albedo got so shafted. All of his story quests are in events that I can't play anymore. I've never got to play them. I didn't get any of the weapons from either of them. And so we like, yeah, all his story is just locked behind like things that just don't exist anymore. I wish you can download old events though, even if you can't get like the weapon rewards, just so that you can like play the story. Because a lot of these event quests are super story relevant.
It's a type of ore known as star silver.
Ooh,
but unfortunately, not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some Star Silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Oh, I'm freezing out here, man. Few cutscenes you haven't been playing since release. I was pretty disappointed. What? That's kind of sad.
Here, should do for catalyst purposes.
Oh no!
Take this!
Go, Bennett, go!
I'm going in! Attack! This one's got your name on it! Watch out!
Dead. Yeah, I've been going through all the story quests right now because all the EN, like, VA of, how many story quests have I done? I've not done any of the story quests, I'm gonna be real true. Like, so recently I've just been going through, like, the start all the way till now. I didn't even do, like, Jean or, Clee's story quests until, like, way late. Only very recently. I've been ignoring these and only doing them when it's, like, mandatory to get through Archon quests. So yeah, I've been slowly cleaning these up. I need to get to Arlecchino's because Emily's requires Arlecchino to ascend her, level up her talents. So I'm kind of screwed in that case. I gotta get through all of this first. I've been doing them in order. Oh wait, you can unlock this. Yay! No, I just want to unlock in lawns. Let me claim. No, we got a key. Okay. Eula. She's so forgotten, dude. What's up with all the crowd characters never getting reruns? Almost all the ANVAs except for Lansan and Kinich and EN Traveler. Which EN? Oh, both EN Travelers? Okay, Lansan and Kinich. That's good to know. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Wait, are they implemented in the game already, or are they, like, still adding that, like, later down the line? Or then maybe next patch? Yeah? Wait, as in, like, it's already in the game? Okay. I'm still waiting for all of it to come back, so I'll use this time to slowly comb through all the story quests I haven't done yet. Which is a lot, as you can see. Emily getting her own story quest is kind of insane, but I guess she's just so, like, she's not a part of any of the story. She needs her own story quest to be, like, relevant as a 5-star. Does every 5-star get one now to think about it? Yeah, wait. Every 5-star, I think... Does every 5-star have one? Like, it's very funny to me. You play in Chinese, speak Chinese, you follow and stuff because it's very funny to me. You know, that's true. If you were, like, on the outside looking in, it's probably a whole, like, conundrum that doesn't bother you. For me, I'm like, dang, this situation just kind of sucks. For players and for the VAs, because it's not really them being mad at MiHoYo, because some people think it's, like, them being mad at MiHoYo. It's more of, like, the shady third party they work for is like, hey, we want to sell you, we want to use your voice, you know, and to take your job away from you, which is crazy, right? Your own likeness is being used to basically remove you, which is kind of insane to think about. Like, it's one thing to be automation, right? You'd be replaced by somebody else, or even a machine, but to have your own likeness used against you to remove your own, like, to remove you from the job is absolutely crazy to me. To think that, like, technology can be used to like that nowadays. I really need to unlock bars on Akabe, actually. Is it all, like... I have to do arenas to do Lynette's? What? All the 5 tribes. I can't believe Natlan's story's already over. Like, what the hell? Or maybe it's still going, but, like, the main, like, plot is over.
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck.
Yay.
This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Oh, this campsite. I still haven't done 100% of Spine. Dragon Spine. I've been watching a video about Power Creep recently. Me strength classifications like Osmanthus Zhongli. And then he's just using Zhongli Yan voice for AI voiceovers. Like, it's one thing if it's a fan project, right? Which, like, I get it. Like, it's people want to do their own thing. But if it's like a company
This is my campsite.
using it,
I've added the materials we collected to the concoction.
like, yeah, if it's like a company trying to use somebody's likeness and make money off of it, that's actually just unethical to like the nth degree. Insanely unethical. Like, I'm okay with AI in the sense of like there are many ways you can use it for convenience sense or like workflows that you probably would have never approached otherwise. I think I talked about this before, right? Like, I think Final Fantasy Rebirth was the one who did it, but lip syncing. Most game companies nowadays just don't bother wasting the time animating for other languages. So AI coming in to assist and automatically, like, you know, help with the animation for the voice dubbing for other languages, that's a win. Because that's a workflow that wouldn't have been touched or that's like extra work that wouldn't have been approached otherwise, right? The company would just ignore it. But that's actually a quality of life for a lot more players without actually really taking anybody's job. You know? Stuff like that. That's what AI should be used to be implementing for, right? To assist the workflow, not to like completely replace people. But yeah, the power creep. Still, Genshin is still very tame. I have to disagree with the last patch, because upcoming, this is a bit of leaks, but upcoming Abyss, and even the Abyss we just like went through, what's it called? The one that has like a Geo, a Bow, a Hydro requirement, and a Natlan character requirement. You had 4 different like restrictions on teams for this Abyss. Absolute insanity. And a high DPS check. All in one. That's really bad power creep. Like, not in the sense of like, oh, my character's DPS is not as high as it used to be or before. We're reaching like power creep where we're hitting already not only higher DPS checks, but now we're having like team requirements to even clear certain content. Which, I think that's the problem, is that it's not even like a higher DPS check now. It's straight up like, if you don't have these characters, you're going to have like an absolutely miserable time in Spiral Abyss. That's the problem with the power creep right now. It's not that it's like numbers, which that's already a problem in itself, but adding the extra like team restrictions is a problem too on top of it. Especially when it's like character exclusive to the new region. Because, like, it was one thing upon a time, right? You have the HP manipulation. It wasn't necessarily unique to them because there's certain characters that could get around it, right? But now we have, like, Night Soul, like a boss that can only be really destroyed with Night Soul. Otherwise, good luck because they have insane element resist. Like, that's a problem, I think, with the current power creep. It's reaching Honkai Star levels, like, where you actually need specific team comps or characters or units to like pass that content. It is reaching like Star Rail levels of or type of power, not levels, but type of power creep. I think that's the biggest problem right now. Yeah, the next Abyss is gonna be crazy. High power requirement, more Night Soul aligned stuff. Yeah, it's. I'm worried because I think it all started because of Neuvillette. Everyone was really worried once they saw that character. Now every character has to be Neuvillette or stronger, or if they're like, basically if they have like a downside, they have to be stronger than Neuvillette damage-wise. That, or in the bare minimum, they have to have his quality of life. So it's, yeah, it's kind of a tough situation they put themselves. They rode themselves into a corner with that character. I hope things hopefully don't get too crazy, but I don't know. I'm kind of ranting right now, but yeah, yeah, true. I don't face the trial since I pull everything and everyone, but the elemental check is really, yeah, I know. A Hydro on different floors too, and a weapon requirement is insane, dude. Like, you need so many specific units for the current like Abyss. It's annoying. I tried to watch a friend clear it, and they didn't have like specific units or anything. They're just like going at it, and it was so painful to see, because they never had issue like 36 starring, but this was like the one Abyss where they struggled so hard. They were able to do it, but it was after like me coming up with insane like team comps. Had to like figure out in my head like whatever unit she had, and I had to just throw something together, and it worked. But yeah, it's really bad right now. I'm hoping though that either the community will start realizing this, because I think a lot of people are starting to realize, especially after this Abyss, it's not looking very pretty for power creep. It's entering a type of power creep that is not very player friendly. Even for, like, the only people who can really clear this is whales. Because even, like, dolphins, they don't really pull characters, like, every banner. And even me, right, where I'm kind of like somewhere in between, I don't have, like, all the units that I need for this abyss. It's kind of crazy. Like a bow hydra user. That's what I was thinking. I gotta get. I'm not pulling from Mavuka or Lolly this patch. So next patch I'm pulling Xiao and Partaglia, because I definitely have been wanting those two for a while, and I might do Farina. Like, I think C1 Farina. I'm not sure. I think C1 Farina is worth it though, on the Xiao team that I run, because I have his best in slot team with C6 Pharaohs on. That's my plans though. At least I don't have to worry about the 20 pulls being, like, held or gate kept until the second half, which is, that was really sucky for free-to-play players, man. Ugh. Okay, enough rant. Back to story.
While we are waiting, have a look over here.
They put this banner was also very calculated. They put two new characters together, which they shouldn't have. They never have done that. They never have done that until now. And on top of that, hold the or gatekeep the 20 pulls to the second half when the characters are gone. That's insanity. That's actually, like, oh my god, that's terrible. Luckily for me, I don't really care, because sure, Mavuka is going to be, like, meta, like, oh my god, everything's going to be built around her for the next Abyss. But I was interested in her, and then I saw that her main attack animations weren't Claymore, like she did in the Capitano fight. It's just doing donuts on a fucking motorcycle. And I was like, yeah, no. I just immediately disinterested in the character. It's the same reason why I was interested in Chaska. Then she pulled out that, like, floating gunship or whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I immediately, like, I've never been that turned away from a character before in Genshin until whatever Natlin was pulling out. Whatever crack they're smoking. Of these characters. And I tried to do, like, Claymore. Like, I did the character trial. It doesn't work. She doesn't get Pyro Infusion. Even during her burst state. She has to be in her motorcycle to get Pyro Infusion. It's so dumb. I was like, really? Why is she gonna whip out that motorcycle as her main? It's so boring too to watch. Like, you just spin around in circles holding charge attack. That's her playstyle. Like, come on now. What? I wanted something like Ito. Why have we had? Ito's the only Claymore character. Okay, aside from maybe like D-Luke, but like Ito and D-Luke are the only Claymore characters that actually swing their Claymores for like their main attack. Every other Claymore character uses some sort of method. Like, Nave doesn't use a Claymore. She like kind of uses it for like getting crystallized. But her main damage is her shotgun. Oh my god. Genshin genuinely needs to talk about it. It's like a very solid one. Wuwa was something, but guess what? Wuwa turned its story into a new girl. Meets MC, falls in love simulator. Oh no. I thought MC already had like one character that was like super into him. What's that one girl near like the lake, the heart-shaped lake? Oh god. I don't want it to be a harem. Even Genshin, like, even when the characters have like a quote-unquote crush on the main character, it's very like low-key. They don't have it like front and center. Like, oh yeah, we're I seen Wuwa, I'm like, yo, these characters are all over the MC, bro. I'm like, I'm not into that. Not into that. I don't know. Maybe it's because maybe because I don't care with Genshin, because I don't ship the MC with anybody. At least. Well, I won't say anything out loud, but if you've seen my tier list, you'd know. But I won't say anything, brother. I don't really care for any of like the ships for like Ether, Lumine. They're whatever. I don't think I really see them really being into anybody. Maybe for the side characters, like, you know, Ningguang, not Ningguang, Ningguang, like, and what's her name, Beidou, or I don't know. I know it's controversial apparently, but I like Goro Yai. It's one of my favorites. Goro Yai, Chef's Kiss, one of my favorite ships in this game. I just like their dynamic of him being, like, absolutely terrified of her, and he's always trying to avoid her. And it's just like, he dips before no one even noticed where he went. It's one of my favorite things about him. And then we have Ito, everyone's favorite, the one and only. Yeah, I dropped Wuwa, though. After the Jeji, or whatever her name was, the glasses girl, I just, what's it called? I lost 50-50, and then I learned that events can't be you can't do in one go. You have to play it from start to finish, like from the very beginning of release to like the end date in order to get the event currency, because it's time gated. I saw that and I immediately just never looked back, because if that's how they're gonna do events, I don't ever want to play it, because I don't have the time to like play it like daily. Especially with like juggling other games. I don't know how people do it. How the fuck do you play Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin, and Star Rail? All three games. How do you play all three? I don't get how people do it. It's insane. Just Genshin alone is already enough for me. It's so much to manage.
My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Aether shifts don't make too much sense, but there's like subtle hints of Sid Lava being absolutely head over heel. Oh yeah, the last event quest I saw. There's a difference between male or female MC. Like Aether, she'll actually like bite her lip for Aether, but for Lamine, she just has a normal like flustered face. I'm like, yo, that's cool. I wailed enough in Hoyoverse. I cannot wail anymore. You know what? That is very fair. That is very fair. Yeah, I can't imagine it myself either, because, like, one game is already enough, dude. And using the tactics in 3 different games? Oh, God. Sorry, give me 1 second. What the heck happened to my OBS? There we go. Yeah, I can't imagine. The worst part is that they still haven't fixed a lot of the core issues. Like, I guess they're not issues in their book, because if a 4-star is harder to get than a 5-star, that's actually a benefit to MiHoYo, because that's more money for them. Shit, I proved that right. I wailed for a 4-star. Yeah, not a 5-star, okay? To get a C6 Chevrolet, I got 5 stars before I got C6 Chevrolet. Actual insanity. It is probably one of the worst like things right now in the game. I think is the 4-star like issue where there's just no way to get units. When Chevrolet first came out, I was like, oh my god, she's voiced by one of my favorite VAs. And on top of that, she's dummy thick. Oh yeah, it's over. Yes, all the fisto she eats goes straight to her thighs, her lower half. When I saw it, I was like, bro, you can't do this to me. Fair VA, and on top of that, she's pear-shaped. Nope, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I said I had to go CC. I mean, okay, at least the good thing is, so like, in the very least, yeah, like I said, yeah, exactly. Chevrolet is like broken. Exactly. Like, Chevrolet C6 is insanely broken. Straight up like 100% damage buff. She just double damage to that whatever unit's on field. Actually crazy. There's like a 60% like element, pyro and electro damage buff, and then like the 40% res shred. So it's like additional like, yeah, just basically double damage for maybe not theoretically, but it's like over 100% of like bonus additional like support in terms of like damage and shred put together. She's actually cracked at C6. And I use her in my Chevrolet team. Oh, not my Chevrolet team, my Floran team. I have like 3 C6s in that team. I have like C6 Chevrolet, C6 Toma, and then C6 Kujo Sara. All funneling directly to hypercarry Clorans. Which that team is actually one of my favorite Cs in the game. It's super good. It's got the comfiness of the shield. And it's got the damage it needs, because you don't need Bennett in that team, because you have Kujo, which actually is better for what's her name, for Cloran than Bennett is, because you're not like restricted to circle for a character that can dash out of it in one like skill press, and on top of that, she gets the extra 60% crit for Electro because she's an Electro character. So like this team is actually cracked. I think this might be her best team in terms of like overall like comfort plus damage. Super good. But yeah, I'm ranting about teams. Let's continue.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
How did you already get the data?
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
C6 Cloran! Oh my god! You truly you have wailed on Genshin, mother of god. I only have her, like, I have her C0 and I don't even have her weapon, but she's really good. Yeah, I refuse to use her, like, Dendro, because I hate using, like, Aggravate. I'm like, no Dendro. The only Dendro team I use is Hyper Bloom. Alright, I don't want every, like, electric character to be, like, what's it called, Aggravate. So I wanted to use her Chevrus, and it's a really good combo. I was actually surprised how effective it is. Great burst animation. Oh. C6. Oh, God. She's unkillable at C6, yeah. She has, like, no interruption at all. You don't even need to run Toma. You can run, like... What can you run, actually, in off slot, now that I think about it? Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what would be the best pyro option for off slot, actually? I guess it would be, like... What's it called? Mavuika now? Because you don't... If you're, at least in terms of, like... If you're doing, like, Clamrand. I don't know what playstyle you play her, though. Do you play her, like, Aggravate? Do you play her, like... Chevrus Overload? What do you run her on?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps.
Ooh, Overload. Okay. You know, honestly, if I didn't wail in Chevrus, I probably would have had, like... Yeah, I probably would have a lot more weapons than I do right now. Weapons and characters. I don't regret, though. C6 Chev is actually correct, so I'm glad. I got Yoimiya out of it, but Yoimiya would do very good with Sitlali, but I just don't want to put Sitlali. Even though I know she's probably never going to come back. Kind of sad, because Sitlali feels like the last niche I need in my Yoimiya team. But I'm not that invested in Yoimiya, so I'm not going to waste pulls for a support for her. I'll just use Xingqiu, call it a day.
I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes.
I would have thought even Paimon and I were more closely related.
Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements.
Oh my god, the Traveler's a slime? No way. What a plot twist.
Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Oh, do you have C6 Chevrus? You probably do, what am I saying? There's no way. If you have C6 Chevrus, that team's gonna be stupid. I mean, it's already stupid. You have a C6, like, 5-star. Everything's gonna die. Or at least a modern 5-star. I feel like, up until, like, Sumeru, all the C6 5-stars didn't really do anything. She's, like, great for Pyro Hydra, but unless you get Sitlali C2, she doesn't really do much. No, I know. No, at C0, she's really good. For, like, the melt and... yeah, mainly for, like, melt. Like, niche. Because no one's gonna really use Hydro for freeze. Like, you don't use Hydro main DPS for freeze. It's just not a thing. It's gonna be like, you know, Ayaka or something. So, yes, for C2, you need her for freeze. But for melt, she's pretty dang good. Because melt has a higher multiplier than Vaporize. And her application rate's really good. And she provides a shield. Which is really good for a lot of teams that need both the shield and a damage app. Because usually in that case, I would just go to Zhongli or Layla, but Layla doesn't provide any damage amp, only application. Her shield's very good though. Zhongli applies damage like amp in the form of shred and defense, but it's not that great in terms of like damage boosting. So that Lolly is actually really good in that like regard. She fills a really good niche that the game doesn't have yet. She's also like Mavuika's best team, so she's actually really cracked. Like, her, Sitlali, Mavuika, Shulonin, and then I forgot whatever the third, fourth support slot. Is it Farina that's in that team? I'm not sure, actually. I would bet it's Farina. That's a very, like, premium team, but that team is insane.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements.
We're not entirely made of element. We are human.
A cryoregis vine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins.
T2 set Lolly for Ganyu Melt, and no one told me that she doesn't help Ganyu too much. P6 Ganyu has been coping so hard for past. Oh. Dude, I feel bad for a lot of the 1.0 characters, like 1.0, 2.0 characters. They've been coping really, really bad right now. Yeah, you know what? Child International will never fail, right, guys? That's how I'm gonna get it. It's never gonna. No, it might. Yeah, Mavuika is just, she requires way too much to run in a team. Like, what I find weird, right, is that people say, oh my god, Mavuika is an upgrade to Xiangling. I'm like, yeah, but you also need, like, another 5-star to run her if you want to make, like, complete use of her kit. Because if you don't have her burst up, she's just a slower application rate. It's hard, which, granted, there's, you know, good uptime, but... I don't know, she's just as restrictive as Xiangling, but in terms of, like, cost, too. Xiangling needs Bennett, right? They're, like, tied, like, you know, they're joined at the hip. But, Mavuika needs, like, Shilonen or Sitlali. That's also, like, another requirement, just like, Xiangling. So in that case, sure, it's an upgrade, but it's an upgrade that costs a lot of Primo Gems. Like, it is a huge investment to do that. And for most players, that's really not going to be not worth it. Because at that point, if you're going either way to pull out dedicated supports for Mavuika, you know, most people, unless you really have the Primo Gems, right? Most people are just, it's just better on-fielder at that point, right? If you're going to pull dedicated supports for her to run her in a team. Like, yeah, it's still weird, like, situation that Mavuika's in. She's a really, like, cracked DPS and an amazing sub-DPS, but she just requires way too much investment. Delete Xiangling. I spent 2 years building most perfect Xiangling. She's still struggling. Dude, that's why everyone's mad! Because, like, sure, we got a quote-unquote Xiangling replacement, but like I said, you have to pull dedicated supports for her to use Mavuika, the Xiangling replacement. So, like, it's not really, like, a replacement. It's more like a slight side upgrade or whatever it's called. It's weird. It does more damage. But even then, like, she doesn't function on all teams either. Because Xiangling still has a no ICD fast application, right? And that there's certain teams that need that. You know, so it, like, you're doing, like, Rosaria Melt or, like, really, yeah, you're using a Rosaria Melt team doing Child International. They tested it. Mavuika's not an upgrade in those teams. I'm just kind of sad. There's no replacement for the teams that I want Xiangling to be replaced in. I want Child International to drop Bennett and Xiangling. I don't want them anymore. I don't want those two. I'm tired of seeing those two in every damn team. It's Xiangling Bennett. They're in every goddamn team core. I'm tired. I don't want to see them anymore. I literally go out of my way to not use Bennett. Unless, like, the character's not that bad to use with Bennett. Like, what's her name? Navia? Navia's not bad to use with Bennett. Like, because she has a shotgun. She has a range attack. I don't really care. If it's, like, a melee character, oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna be, like, pissed off. Because, like, all these new, like, mobs just jump, like, 20 miles away from a single attack. And, like, you have to run out of, like, Bennett's circle, which is now, like, you know, miles away from the enemy you're fighting. It's like, oh, I hate it so much. That's why for the Xiao team, nope, I went out of my way to... Actually, it's weird. I didn't do... Oh no, Agile. Yeah, I'll continue story as we go. Oh no, it's kind of a Genshin rant. I'm sorry, guys, we came from a Genshin story.
In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
Ganyu support? Are you using her with, like, allergy of the end? Or, like... Wait, hold up. Mavuika, Sitlali, Ganyu. I can think Ganyu being, like, off-field DPS, right? Does that what her burst does? Right, like, the cryo application from her burst? And Farina. That's not bad. That's not a bad team. The only issue is that you don't have... How are you gonna get healing? Wait. For Farina. Unless you play Farina healing only? Which I guess you could do, because you have Ganyu and Sitlali both doing, like... Oh no, but you don't get the HP drain. Wait, how does that work? Yes, allergy and 4-piece emblem for Ganyu? I'm just wondering, like, how the healing is gonna work, because... Wait. Yeah, where's the healing? Because Sitlali is shielder, Ganyu's DPS, she has no, like, healing. Even with, like, allergy, it doesn't heal. And if you put Farina on heal, she can't HP drain. Like, I wonder how that's gonna work. We're seeing... Oh, you're C6 Farina. Okay, never mind then. Holy shit, Jesus, dude. I'm gonna assume every character is C6. What the fuck? Holy. Yeah, if you're C6 Marina, okay, that explains that. I was like, what the heck? There's no other way it could work other than, yeah, C6 Marina. Holy shit. C6 Marina is crazy then, because you can use her in her healing form. And I think she still gets her stacks, right? It drains HP or something? Or I forgot how it works. It completely changes how she plays.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world... now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
There's a lot of characters that are C6 that are crazy. Like, C6 Chiori just becomes the best Geo DPS. Like, I'm not sure if that's considering other, like, Geo characters too. But she's kind of cracked at C6. I want to see, like, a C6 Chiori clear. Because she looks kind of cool. Because then she can always have her, her Geo infusion at C6, and she gets defense scaling on it. I want to see DPS Kaza, too. C6 Kaza looks so fun. There's just so many C6s that I wish weren't such a high investment to play. They just look really, really cool to use at that level. That's if you really like that character and want to play them as a DPS.
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time.
The data. Yeah, visitor from another world.
Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Okay.
Great, I'll leave you to it.
Look at those potions. Red and blue. Which Kool-Aid do you pick? What are the potions?
Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you.
Shiori teams a trigger. I haven't C6 Shiori yet, but I know a friend who uses C6 Shiori, and the rotation they do is stupid to me, not in a bad way. I don't know. I'm thinking like, how would you do a rotation with her? She has a 5-second cooldown skill, like at C6, which it's like what the, like what do you do at that point, right? I'm thinking she might still be a mono Geo because of her scaling, but she can also benefit. No, actually no. At C6 she definitely becomes straight up mono Geo because she has higher defense scaling than attack. She gets like a 235% scaling on her attack or something like on her normals at C6, something crazy like that. So at that point, yeah, she definitely is more mono Geo. She basically loses her attack scaling at that point. Becomes very like little. She can still benefit from attack, but defense has a much higher return. So you would use Goro, yeah. You would use. She is an off-fielder too, which is great, because now you don't need off-field damage. She provides her own off-field damage. That's crazy that a C6 character provides her own off-field DPS damage. Like, that's insane to me to think about, right? I mean, that's basically what Farina is, right? She technically has her own off-field damage at C6, and also being a main DPS. I'm thinking of, like, what team comp... Yeah, that's kind of tricky. Maybe attack scaling healer? I don't know. You really don't need... You just need, like, one pyro, Peck element support, I think. You could use Farina, right? In that team, but the only issue is getting a healer. Nah, but if you use Goro, you want that C6 Goro, like, benefit with 3 Geos. That's a tough one. Unless you build, like, Goro for, like, pure healing. You know, that's an option. Like, pure healing, like, Goro. If you really invest in it, it could be doable. But, like, I don't know. That's kind of cope. That's C4 Goro healing is not that great. Ito as a... How do you have Ito as a support? What? No way. There's no way Ito's a support. What? Nothing in his kit aside from maybe if you have him, like, C4 Ito? Yeah, he's technically a support at that point, but I don't know. That's so scuffed. Zhongli doesn't do anything for Churi. That's not true. I think actually Zhongli would be a great pick actually for Churi now that I think about it. Because of the res shred. He has a universal 20% res shred. That's actually really good for Churi. Goro him. So Churi, Goro, Zhongli. Yeah, you could get away with Farina as a support in that one, because if you have Zhongli shield with C4 healing, like, focus support, Goro, that could work, because the shield will prevent you from really taking any damage, so you don't have to worry about Farina's, like, HP, hitting the 50%, like, what's it called? The 50%, like, cap or whatever, where it stops, draining. It should be doable. C6 Goro. No, I'm saying use C6 Goro with Zhongli. So that way, you don't have to worry about the low healing that Goro has, and you can use it with Farina. I think it would be doable. We'll have to see. But you'd have to, like, full invest Goro as, like, defense. Which, that's a tough one. On Noblesse, too? Maybe. Because you definitely want to run Noblesse, because she actually will get a benefit better than... I don't know. It's a tough one. You'd have to lab it. That's not a team. I don't know why I'm trying to theory craft a team that I would potentially never ever use. Because I use Shiori as my Mono Geo, like, off-field DPS. Sub-DPS.
In line with my expectations. Ready to drink.
Alright, here we go, guys.
Remember to keep calm at all times. And breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Yeah, Chiori teams are very premium. I mean, any like C6 5-star teams immediately premium. Let's be real here. Like, I use Chiori on, like, this team right here. I do have her C1. I'm gonna get her C1 because I wanted to use her with Navia. Where is she? Yeah, I use her with Navia. I do have Shilonen, but the problem with Shilonen is she doesn't give enough Crystallize. Like, sure, theoretically, the damage is better, but I like having more Crystallized shards, and Shiori offering that is really nice. I've also pulled C1 Shiori. Why would I not use her in a Navia team if I pulled C1, right? I'm gonna Bennett back in this team. Oh, no, I kept this team this way because I was farming the whatever win. Now, I'm building a lot of teams right now. Once I get Xiao, he's going here. I got my C6 Faros on, Farina, Shanyan. I want to get C1 because that extra immediate fanfare stacks is really nice to have. Oh, that's a tough one right now. Shanyan, I'm gonna get her weapon. All her weapon choices are really sucky. Like, she doesn't have any good 4-star options for weapons. So I'm gonna get her weapon. I do want to get her C2, but that's a very high investment. And her weapon practically does what her C2 kind of does. Not as high, but it definitely is much easier to get than the C2. So I'm gonna go for the weapon. Since her weapon choices suck. I don't need energy in a triple Animo team. This team has way more than enough, like, Animo particles and, regen. Energy regen, so we're more than good. And this is, like, my Ayato. Ayato, I want to get his weapon. It's not a big deal right now, though. I can, like, hold off on it. Because his weapon is going to be a must to make his damage better for this team, his Hyper Bloom. My Yoimiya team. Yunjin, Shilonen, double Geo. Only she don't have a shield. So I can't... I guess I could technically make a shield, but it's not going to last a long time. It's going to be crystallized shields. That's why I was wondering, like... Because if you get a shield, if you get Lolly, you'd be able to use the Enduring Rock passive. Ayato Big 2025 is crazy. He's still really good for Hyper Bloom. No joke. He is really, really good for Hyper Bloom. He has the fastest Hydra application in the game. Aside from maybe, like, what's his name? Tartaglia? But Tartaglia doesn't have as much uptime as Ayato, so Ayato's a much better pick for Hyper Bloom. Like, his application, I think, is even faster than... Yeah, I think it's actually faster than Nevelette's application. So he's actually still one of the best picks for Hyper Bloom. He's still good. Don't get me wrong. His personal damage is not amazing, but he's still one of the best Hydra applicators in the game. So he's actually really good for this, like, specific type of team. I try to make him DPS, it just doesn't work. Child does it better. Like, if I run Child in this team, it's going to be way better damage than Ayato, like, without a doubt. Trying to run Ayato in the same team is so clunky. Because these two make every team damn clunky, because you have to have so many fucking energy recharge. Xiangling with their 300% ER requirements with Bennett. Guess it won't really matter, because if you have Tartaglia, you can have super long cooldowns to, like, funnel them and not worry about it, and then go back to whatever you're doing. And this is my Clarion team. I hate these two. I want to have a Tartaglia team without these two, please. I don't care if the next power character can't be a DPS because they're not gonna power creep Mokuka this soon. It's gonna be a long time before they do that. So whatever it is next, please replace Bennett and Xiangling. I don't want to ever see these two again. Have a character do both, please. Please, I'm praying. Get rid of these two. I don't ever want to see them in my life. I hate how hard they are to build. They take so much investment. And then I got Emily Keenich. This is my burning. Yeah, look, this bitch is still here. Look at him. Yeah. Mizuki is coming. Oh god. Mizuki's only purpose is to make it so that she's literally gonna be the Chi-Chi of the Inazuma banner. Unironically. That's her only purpose. That's not even a joke. It's so sad. She exists so that the Inazuma banner isn't a must pull. Like a crazy, like an insane value. She exists just for that reason. Yo, what if they buff her drop rates just for her and they don't say anything? They don't tell any consumers about it. She secretly has like a really high drop rate. Barely others. They made her just so she'd be like cursed your 50-50. If you like her, I'm not gonna blame you, right? Same way I say for Chi-Chi players. You play whatever you want to. But I'm just saying, the way her kit's currently designed, it's kind of clear that what her purpose is supposed to be if they're gonna do an Inazuma Chronicled Wish next. And that's kind of insane. I play PJ's Kai, and the name Mizuki rings so much trauma into me. I am not familiar with that. Okay, time to drink the forbidden potion. Oh man, here we go. I'm gonna drink it. My friends say I hope this Mizuki has thanked Beyonce. What? Oh, are you talking about down that whole fucking controversy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're talking about down, right? When the opening controversy where they said that you straight up stole like Beyonce. Yeah, that's oh my god, that's a good one. Bruh. It's funny because the same people won't say jack shit about Doja Cat doing the same thing. Like in reverse though, like the polar opposite. Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, both of them doing that shit. They won't say a word about that, but they said that to Dun. Nah, that's crazy. It's so hypocritical, bro. Like, it's not a problem until they made it a problem, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have a problem with Doja Cat and, like, Megan Thee Stallion doing that shit. But once people started saying that, oh, Dun did that solo from Beyonce, I'm like, okay, now there's a double standard, because nobody was really making a fuss over, you know, over that before. But when it's the other way around, you guys made a fuss, right? Like, that's the problem that people have. It's just, like, double standards, you know? No one really has a problem until you make it a double standard. Let's drink this weird-ass potion. I don't know what Albedo put in it. It's Sucrose's bathwater. Yeah, I gotta drink this right now! Oh god. Okay, Albedo, tell me the truth. Did you put Sucrose's bathwater in here?
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face.
No, it was very tasty. Why am I burning? Wait. It's burning a bit.
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Oh god. Sucrose's bathwater is very spicy.
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
U.S. pop culture is so interesting and funny, not in a bad way, of course. As in, like in Singapore, it's very boring, and like all I do is follow U.S. artists and everything and kill time. Yeah, it's interesting. Pop culture in United States is kind of interesting now, right? Like, I don't know how to exactly say it. Like, I feel a bunch of like the music definitely still stayed, but I feel like TV shows and video games have moved more Eastern. But that's because a lot of people just don't like what the West is doing with their entertainment. A lot of it's becoming schlop nowadays, and it's really bad. So a lot of people have moved over to like anime and, you know, Eastern entertainment like Genshin, right, for video games. But it's weird because they don't understand anything about it. I'm saying this as someone who's Asian, so I know a lot more about the culture, and being part Chinese myself. But like it's just funny to see, like, yeah, like you know, Westerns, especially like white people, are just like they don't understand anything about the culture, and they start completely spazzing out about things they see. Like, hey, this is not cool. I'm like, I don't know. What happened, like, respecting other people's cultures? You guys are, like, demanding them to change, like, things that, you know, in their culture is appropriate for them. You know, like, it's just so weird to see, you know, like, you know, outside looking in. Being both Western and, like, you know, having Asian background, it's just weird to see. Almost aggravating at times.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drink some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
You know, I would do the same, Paimon. If it was if it was Secret's bathwater, immediately drinks. Ah, the risk was worth it. Out of consideration for the rest of the test subject?
But of course, you're my assistant. By all sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
See, that's what I'm saying. If it's not the traveler's body, it's their clothes that has that elemental power. I get you. I get so crowded defending Chinese culture than I do Lamau. And I'm like Chinese, I don't defend them. Yeah, I don't like it's just weird because it's funny, like, it's the type of people who say that they're very open and open-minded and accepting of other people's cultures, but the second it's something that they personally do not accept, then they speak out against it, and then they go, like, and, you know, polar, like, complete hypocrisy to, like, to their values that they say they're openly about. It's just, I mean, to me it's funny, but at the same time, when it happens so much, I kind of get sick of it, you know? It's just weird to me. The complete lack of self-awareness of these people is staggering, to say the least. Not to say that everything is defendable, you know. I know that sometimes Mohiro does some crazy shit, right? But that's more on the gameplay side than really anything in-game. Because I feel like a lot of the in-game things are so overblown. Where people are like, oh my god, you gotta represent these cultures. Do you remember the whole mess with the one artist who drew, what's her name? Mulani? Because, like, oh my god, you drew with maracas. That's cultural appropriation because she's, you know, Polynesian, right? Hawaiians don't have maracas. But I'm like, she has maracas in-game. It's because Natlan isn't specifically one nation. It isn't all Latino. It isn't all, like, you know, Polynesian. It's a mix of all three of those. It's its own, like, you know, in-game monoculture. So you can't call it cultural appropriation when the in-game culture does not have that. That's not how it's displayed in-game, you know? Like, and they ripped into the artist. All you want to do is draw an art piece of Mulan from what she saw in-game. Because that is in the game. She has a maraca idol dance. It's absolute, like, lunacy, man. I felt so bad for the artists. I'm tired of all these people harassing artists for, like, no reason whatsoever other than clout and whatever their virtue signaling is, dude. Leave these artists alone. They're not going out of their way to, like, be racist or anything. It's just they're drawing what they saw in the game. That's not their fault, you know? Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, that's weird. Why is my restream not working? Oh, I think my chat box not working. Give me 1 second. Wonder if I can add. Hold up. I might have a browser. Do I have chat? Add existing. Do I have a Twitch? Oh, I guess my chat's not working. R.I.P. You excited for this year's Lantern Rite? Yeah, I haven't. Is it gonna be about Lanyan? I heard it's gonna be probably about her. I mean, she's a new character, right? After all. Oh man, how am I gonna do a? Oh wait, Stream Elements doesn't have a multi-chat. I'm gonna have to import that. We'll do that next time. Sorry if you guys don't see the chat on stream. So I had to import it for something else. I'm kind of curious what the story's gonna be, though.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
No, she wanted me to explode. Spontaneously combust.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety.
What structure they'll make? I'm wondering what structure they'll make, too. No, I don't really use a lot of the Lantern Rite stuff. I need to start, like, placing them around everywhere. Because I have a few of them, but they're really good for boosting your, what's it called? Your teapot, like, point? Or, what's it called? What was the elemental adeptus energy value, whatever? Momolani controversy makes no sense. Genshin's not supposed to be accurate to real life. Yeah, it's not even supposed to be one-to-one any culture. Like, maybe specifically Moalani has, like, you know, her tribe and everything has, like, motifs of, like, Polynesian culture. But they're all under the umbrella of Natlan, which has multiple different things put together. So her having maracas, like, was not cultural appropriation. That was just something that she does in game, because Natlan's, like, main, you know, at least the main branch of culture, it seems to be, is very, like, it's very, like, South American, you know, like, and almost Aztec type, like, culture, right? They have, like, a lot of motifs from that. But even then, like, it's not one-to-one. It's like I said, it's a mix of a bunch of stuff. Like, in Leeway is inspired off, you know, like, China, but it isn't one-for-one to China, right? There's a lot of things that are different. You know, Inazuma is you know, inspired off, like, Japan, but isn't one-to-one, you know, to it. It uses a lot of things, but it takes its own liberties with it. I don't think people can understand it. Like I said, they can't separate fiction from reality. They can't comprehend the fact that it isn't a real-life equivalent, that it's just borrowing things from IRL and making its own fantasy version. They can't comprehend that, like, what's it called? They can't comprehend that concept. Which is, yeah, it's just an insane way to look at the world, though. Not everything is meant to be a one-to-one to what you see in real life. It's why, like, a lot of artists get harassed, like, why'd you draw this problematic fiction? There's nothing problematic about it, because none of it's happening in real life. It's all fictional, right? That's why I hate the term problematic fiction in the first place. Because none of it is real. There's no problem with it. Right? It's, I don't know. It's actually like an insane mindset, in my opinion. There's no way you can live like that, just being absolutely triggered by everything you walk past, you know? Just accept that things aren't real. That's all it is. Be like Persona 5. Make it so the players have to accept that this is a work of, you know, fiction.
The good thing about Ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you.
Yeah, because when things get extraordinary, it's usually explosive, and I don't want to blow up drinking a potion. Or someone's bathwater, whatever it may be. Inazuma or Leeway? Yeah, because... I mean, yeah, because by then, like, Genshin early days, it was for, you know, the gacha players, right? And even the newer players that jumped in, they were pretty familiar with anime and all the likes. They weren't, like, super vocal about it. But then now you have, like, everybody who's, like, new. They don't know anything about anime. They can't separate fiction from reality. They want to claim everything is, like, some toxicity or problem that needs to be dealt with. And, like, it's all fiction, man. Leave it the fuck alone. If you don't like it, don't play the game. Remember the Genshin boycott? Like, we gotta boycott Genshin because it's racist. And they still played the game! They literally were talking about pulling for a character while in the middle of the boycott. I'm like, what morals do you have? Right? Like when I did an actual boycott of a game, right? Like COD, Modern Warfare 2, I literally, like, once they added pay to win at DMZ, I immediately uninstalled the game and I never looked back. Even when my friend asked me to play it, I did not reinstall the game. The only time I reinstalled it was recently with Black Ops 6 because it was on Game Pass. I didn't have to pay any extra money to play it because I was using it for other games at the time. So, you know, like, at that point, and I didn't put a single dollar in it because I obviously don't want to buy their bundles when I know this company is going to do scummy stuff like that, right? You got to have some sort of, like, self-control to do a boycott like that. And, you know, they still bagged so much. Exactly. It did nothing. It did nothing. They bagged so much money, and the people, like, spearheading the boycott were literally thinking of pulling characters. And they said, man, we fought so hard. We did a good job, guys. You did not even try. You did not even try, bro. Like, it's one thing if they had actually, like, had the, you know, capacity to actually pull a boycott by not playing, but the fact that they didn't even have the self-control to not even pull for the characters they wanted, it's just so shameful and hilarious to watch.
People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another.
Boycott was never work. Weak politics aside, there are like 3 people on Twitter whenever you want. I know, right? It's like 3 people on Twitter. Like, who was actually trying to boycott this shit, right? Like, aside from people just speaking it out and just saying like, oh yeah, I agree, they didn't actually boycott. None of those people that said they supported it actually did anything about it. They just said it like, oh yeah, we're in the spirit. We did. No, the fuck you didn't. You did jack shit. You did nothing. Actually, you did worse than nothing. You actively contributed to their economic success. Like, oh my god, dude, that was the funniest shit ever. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw, like, that poster that said, we tried. I couldn't. That's just so funny.
When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them.
I'll say a lot of people like to call up social justice language, but they do it as a fashion. Essentially, it was a means of... Oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, all those people harassing artists, calling them, like, you know, they call them pedos and stuff because, like, oh my god, they draw anime girls. They draw short, petite anime girls. No! It's a fucking drawing! Leave them alone, you know? Like, they're only doing it because it does get clout. It's like, on the algorithm, they get, like, tons of likes and views, and they'll just harass artists for... just so they can get those, like, the clout. They have no morals whatsoever. It is, yeah, it's 100% a trend. I don't know if you guys heard of about that, like, 22-year-old dude who got jumped because he went to go date an 18-year-old, and they catfished him with an 18-year-old, like, person. Like, what? That's a 4-year age gap. Like, and they said that, oh yeah, he's a pedo, right? They legitimately thought a 4-year age gap was actually, like, pedophilia. Like, what? So they jumped the guy, too. Like, they actually beat him, like, assaulted him. For literally no reason. And they said they wanted to do it because they wanted to be like, what's his name? Chris Hansen, right? With the Catch Predator show. But the guy in question was not a predator at all. He was just looking out for a normal date, and they jumped his ass. It's crazy, man, the things that people do for clout. Actually insane. None of them believe any of their values or more, like, virtues. They just want to virtue signal and hope that people get clout off of it. Or hope people, like, you know, fall for it. But yeah, at jail, I'm sorry.
But a peculiar person. They don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different.
You are that interesting. Empathy is what he's trying to talk about.
For example, a human can't understand the life of a Pyro-Regisvine or an Eye of the Storm. Have I explained it clearly enough?
Still seems like there's another layer of meaning to your words. I think I'm getting
To
it.
sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear.
Look how...
Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
I love how the Traveler just smiles like an idiot, like 24/7. Like, very rarely does he, like, frown or get angry in the cutscene. He just smiles with the dumbest smile on his face.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. You gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now.
Mm-hmm.
Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgments.
Oh, message being checked? What happened? Oh, they thought Japs was used in a racial context. It's not really used in a racial context in this case, no. Yeah, you're good. See, his person with Japs removed with Mitsuki's design and the EN players. I guess if you want to avoid filter, just do JP, like caps. Then I'll know it's like Japan and EN is English, yeah. Because the filter is like, oh, you're saying racist stuff. But in this case, no, it's not really racist. It was like, boo, fan service. Bro, have you looked at Raiden? Yeah, I don't get it, right? Why are you playing a gacha game? You're like, ew, fan service. Like, what the fuck? Mabuka literally has ass physics. Like, what do you... This game literally has jiggle physics on, like, every female character. That isn't, like, as flat as a board. Like, I swear to God. It's like, why... It's so, like... I can't fathom, like, their mindset. I can't comprehend why they would do this. Like, oh my god, ew, this thing I really, really hate keeps consuming the content. Why? Why? You can't... And they're like excuses like, we're gonna critically consume. You can like something and, like, critically consume it, you know? And avoid, like, you know, be critical of the things you don't like. I'm like, it's part of the base formula of the, like, the franchise, right? How are you gonna be critical of it? It's something that isn't... It's going to exist regardless. If you don't like it, and it's like such a mainstay of the, you know, the thing you're playing, why are you playing it? That's what I say to a lot of people who hate games they play, and I just ask, like, why are you playing it, right? It must be like, to them, it's like an abusive relationship. They're like, well, I hate Genshin because it has fan service, but I'm addicted to the gacha and the, you know, the anime aspects. You can get inside a population of people who do this. I'm pretty sure I might understand why they would do it, but at the same time, it's just... If you're gonna complain about it this much, I don't think it's like... It's clear that you're not enjoying something, right?
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up.
But yeah, like, Raiden Shogun straight up has, like, booty shorts. Like a short, like... They're saying that it was, like, yeah, racist to, like, Japanese players, but, like, Japanese, like, whoa! Hot outfit! Woo! JP players don't care, bro. They want that shit.
What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Is he trying to join this? He sound like...
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to... prepare something. Wait one moment.
Yeah, that's kind of mindset I see, like, in League, where they're like, oh yeah, I like this game a lot, but I hate it, like... I'm convinced it's rage bait for, like, engagement. It's pointless argument just to keep tension for no reason. You know, half the time I'm starting to think that either these people, one, either don't actually believe this and they are trying to just get clout. Like, with the story I gave before. They don't actually believe in that. They just want to get, like, famous. And another half is I do genuinely think these people actually believe in this. And they think it's something worth fighting for. When there are so many other fucking things on Earth to worry about than, like, a gacha game's, like... You know, what's happening in a gacha game. When you get into a new belief system, and I once by any belief system, there's an overcorrectional reaction when the entire world through a new lens. It's possible some of these people get a more progressive worldview and then overcorrect what they perceive for being injustice. And I don't know, some people are just fucking stupid to have no perspective. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The thing is that it is really a belief system. I'm not gonna lie, the way I've seen, it's almost like a religion. So... they become almost evangelical, right? And when they see things that go against that, you know, belief system or, you know, almost you know, that they you know, have newly adopted or recently adopted, they think that anything against it is heresy, right? And it should be immediately destroyed and should not exist. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's exactly what it is, yeah. So it's definitely a result of that. It's almost in a way, honestly, I think these people are legitimately brainwashed by just social media because they keep being told to fight against issues like this. And I think it's because it's also like how young a lot of these people are. Some of these people are like fucking minors, right? And younger or early like Gen Z, and they're like, they don't understand that there's a difference between the fictional part. They just see that it goes against their belief, even if it is fictional, and they fight against it. So it's like, it's on top of that. So it's like adopting a new belief system on top of like the naivety and just lack of world experience that the younger people that do this have. That's really what it is. It's a combination of both. So yeah, that's definitely what it is. I agree. Oh yeah, I know, right? It is a human right violation that it's possible for me to be subjected to a 14-year-old's opinion on X, alright? It is actually a human right violation. I'm just tired of seeing these fucking, like, minors, like, these 15 to, like, 17-year-olds harassing, like, you know, full-grown adult artists and attacking people. And they're like, well, I don't have any right of responsibility because I'm a kid. I'm like, you shouldn't be here in the first place. You know, like... And you're going out here, like, harassing people, and then they take no responsibility for the actions. And they think they're not supposed to because they're kids. Like, no. You straight up harass somebody, and some of these people may have committed self-harm or worse, right? You are directly responsible for that. And it pisses me off, because there was, like, a content creator, right? A ghost cosplayer that my friend used to watch a lot of. And he took his own life because a minor and one other person put false allegations against him. And he couldn't live with the fact that, you know, his life was going to be potentially, you know, his reputation permanently, you know, stained for, you know, for the rest of his life. So he just ended it right there. And it's fucked up. And I don't think anybody's in jail for that. Because I guess they're a minor or whatever, and they'd have to take responsibility for it. It's absolutely, like, asinine. And it pisses me off when people think that it's just okay for kids to be on the internet doing this type of shit. There are, like, actual real-life consequences. People's lives have been taken over this shit, you know, like, it's serious. And I hope, like, I want people to realize that. It's not, like, a small deal, like a lot of people think it is. And it's scary to me, you know, just these completely unhinged kids that know nothing about the world and have no realization of the consequences of their actions, and nobody's punishing them for it. It's scary. It's dangerous, you know? But yeah, I'm getting to the serious topic, but that's just my thoughts on, like, why I don't think minors should be on the internet, because it can get really bad really quickly. Not even just for their own safety, but for other safeties as well. I'm leaving poor Albedo to hang here in the cold. That's okay, we got a warm fire.
If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Not to be kids or late Gen Z. Dude, I'm a fucking Gen Z and I hate seeing this shit. Because it's like, one, it's tarnishing my entire, like, reputation. But two, it's like... Where are your parents? Who are your parents? What are they teaching you, right? It's what I'm thinking. I think the internet can definitely be super valuable for kids, but at the same time, I think it's, at the current rate of what they're doing on the internet, it's very dangerous. I think it's a tool, but I feel like a lot of times the kids just have complete and utter, like, just, not even necessarily freedom, but just they have no restrictions, nobody's watching them, and they're doing absolutely insanely dangerous stuff on there. To other people or themselves, right? So, my whole point is that, yeah, I think, you know, kids should use the internet. The whole world's connected by the internet, right? I'm not saying, like, oh, yeah, never let them touch it. But at the same time, I'm like, just where the fuck are the parents? Is what I'm thinking. Because these kids are doing absolutely, like, legitimately evil shit on the internet. And nobody's punishing them for it. Because they think the anonymity and their age allows them to get away with shit. And nobody's teaching them this shit, that they, their actions have consequences. You know? He's a concrete man. Isn't he like the first Geo character, or am I wrong? No, Noel was, right? He's the first Geo 5-star. Or... I'm not sure, actually. I'm kind of curious. I didn't play, like, 1.0. Like, the earliest I played was, like, that one... Windbloom weapon? Or whatever gave you the Missive Wind Spear, like 4-star. I have that. Reserve table. Okay, random experiments. What's in the shelf? Books and potions. Oh yeah, I think a lot of people have agreed with that sentiment that I've said, because I talked about how it's not the fact that like, oh, we should ban them from the internet. It's more that I just think we need somebody to watch them, or in the very least, what a lot of people have been doing is just. I mean, it's not gonna do much because even if you report and ban their account, they're just gonna make another account. So it's a difficult problem with a not so clear and easy solution. Is the best way I can put it. Because people said, oh, IDs. Well, if you do that, then now everybody can easily be doxxed on the internet because all the information is stored and tied to accounts. Any data breach that happens, immediately doxxed of that person. So, and that's happened many times already. Also, government intervention in anything is just bad because now just give another like way to the government to track you and keep tabs on everything you do. So, once you get to surveillance state level, which I feel like we're damn near approaching, it's already going to be set in stone, and that's not good. I mean, we already have games listening into your conversations, right? You guys heard about Call of Duty and Overwatch, right? Or just Blizzard in general, Activision Blizzard, where they have, like, AI bots listening to your conversation at all times, even in private games. Like, that's creepy as shit already. That's straight up, like, 1984 levels of surveillance, and people aren't even batting an eye to that. USA is already at a pretty surveillance level. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I agree. It's already pretty up there. It's just that if we go any further, it's just gonna be. At that point, you can't even take a piss without the government so much as knowing, you know.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
But yeah, the more information you keep tracked on you, though, the easier it is.
Did you see anything interesting?
The easier it is for you to get doxxed. That's how people get doxxed. People think it's just like, oh, it's because you didn't have a VPN. No, I get 99% of the time, the reason why you got doxxed is because you had some account that had your ID on it, or whatever, and the passwords was leaked on the black, what's it called, black market or whatever, or, the dark web, and somebody got access to those codes, and then boom, they just log in your account. They figure out, oh, this person it's connected to this email, and then and they find out your ID. That's how they know. Probably have the tabs and phone early. Like, I'm Chinese parents don't give their kids phone stuff early on. I got my first one with 15-year-olds. Yeah, I agree. I think that's part of it. If I ever did have a kid, I would not give them a iPad or like a iPhone early age. They playing with toys like I did. I'm sorry. People are gonna look at you like, what? Because, like, think about it, right? Why would you want your kid just to be like, oh, you just throw them a phone and you never spend time with them? That's what I see. I'm like, that's almost neglect. Yeah, your phone at 16. I got my phone at 16 too, yeah. But, like, that's basically neglect what these parents are doing. They just toss them like a tablet or whatever and just leave them be. And just let the internet, like, stream content into their brains, like, random shit that you don't know what they could be watching, right? You guys remember Elsa Gate? Does nobody remember that shit? Like, unfettered access to the internet, just not watching them and just completely ignoring your kid is just one of the reasons why they end up like this. More like 17? Goddamn. Yeah, I got mine at, like, sophomore year, I think I got my phone. Yeah, sophomore year. But yeah, it's just to me, like, just play with your kids. That's spend time with them, teach them basic, like, it's really a lot of like parenting is really just spending time with your kids and teaching them morals and things about the world, right, in ways that are easy for them to conceptualize. But I feel like a lot of parents nowadays don't do that. Just throw a phone at them and just call it a day. And I don't think they understand, like, the lessons of just sitting down and having a conversation with my kid, or, with your kid. Makes me miss, like, the times my dad used to talk to me, or my uncle, because they definitely went out of their way to spend time with me and teach me those lessons at times, right? It's not just, like, riding a bike. We're talking, like, real-world things, right? Like, understanding, the difference between, like, heart and logic, why you always need a balance of the two. You can never have one or the other, an overabundance of one or the other. That's, like, one thing my uncle taught me, I remember. My dad teach me things about how to stay safe on the street, keeping eyes look both ways. Just lessons like that, you know. There's if you spend time with your kid like that, I think it's one of the ways you can prevent them to just growing up to be like a absolute like menace like these kids are nowadays. A 3DS, yeah, that's ancient. That shit got discontinued. Nintendo's like, it's gonna cannibalize the Switch's sales. We gotta get rid of it. Things are very organized. Okay.
Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. You'd be hard-pressed to find an everyday use for them.
Through immersion, I'm freezing my ass off and I'm feeling the cold of dragon sweat.
Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds.
You teach your kid to be anti-capitalist? Okay, sir. For me, it's not necessarily even capitalism, it's the fact that the government there's no restrictions, like, when you do like capitalism completely unfettered, and you have like top to bottom, because what we have isn't really even capitalism, it's like, it's corporatism. I think it's really what it is. Because right now, we technically don't really even have a free market. It's all controlled by, like, the absolutely, you know, richest people in the world. There isn't really a free market per se. This fucking capitalism? Nah. It's corporatism. Completely different thing. Capitalism itself doesn't necessarily lead to this. It's more of like this is what happens when you let the absolute, like, people with power and money just take control of everything. Because the free market itself is meant to breed competition. But what happens is when the government and, you know, the people who have a lot of money work together, they, you know, stifle competition, they create monopolies. And then you get shit like this where they control all the prices, things become worse. Yeah, it's just, it's a lot to go over stream right now, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go over this right now, Noct.
Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements.
You're gonna teach your kids to climb trees? That's what my brother did. Then again, he was Year of the Monkey, so it maybe came naturally to him. He's always been very, like, athletic and very agile. I'm like, early onset of kids, he was always like climbing trees and stuff. It's funny. Now I keep remembering that. He's a daredevil though. Man could sit at the edge of like a 500-foot plus cliff and he wouldn't even flinch. Even though my mom was freaking out when she saw that, or when she saw him do that. I wouldn't do it. I was like, nope, I'm staying away from that cliff. Anything happens, a slight, you know, strong wind or someone, you know, bumps into you, yeah, no good. Not saying. But yeah. Alright, back to story.
But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone.
What's up, I? Oh, you're talking about the clip. Sorry, I'm assuming that I keep forgetting this is probably like a major delay for you. Yeah, I'd be scared too. I just couldn't do that. There's a reason why he ended up with more injuries than I did.
So, leaving elements to one side, do you possess any unique abilities?
Let's see. Unique abilities. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Yeah, I wonder what, like, how are we mostly human, but at the same time out of this world? It's so weird. Must be the clothes.
So, leaving elements to one side, do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world?
Yeah, what are the unique abilities a traveler has? They used to be able to fly, but I don't think that's... No, it definitely exists in this world, right?
I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment.
Are we battling slimes again?
No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
Sorry, just Paimon, you give it a shot.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
Like, how's that sound? You sound so sassy, that one.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose.
Wah.
Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves.
You never been a fan of injuries. I faced like 3 accidents when I was in 6th, 7th grade, and then that was all because I cycled all the time and looked for downhill roads, and every time I smacked with a bike, ooh, yikes. I mean, I don't think anybody is a big fan of injuries at all, unless... I mean, you know, no kink shaming, maybe you're masochist, you like that, but I don't think people like being injured, per se. It's never fun being injured. What's the worst thing I've had on a bike? I think the worst thing I had on a bike is when my shoelaces went undone, and then it caught on the gear, and then it, like, locked up the bike, and I fell, like, hard stop. Luckily, it wasn't too bad when I fell, but that scared the shit out of me. That's what I said. That's what I said. I don't think they'd even like being injured even at that point, though. Hey, wait, how would you know? How would you know, Noct? Hold up. Sir? How would you know that they... Oh, man. Wait, what? How would you masochists... How would you know that masochists don't like randomly being injured? My worst bike accident is maybe when I, like, fell on my hand. Because I fell off a ditch while, like, pushing my bike forward for momentum, and then my brother was sitting on the standing on the back of, like, what do they call it? Like the pegs or whatever on the back. He was standing on them. But then, like, because of the weight, it shifted so much when I did that slight dip that it made me fall forward and scrape my hand up, and the skin was coming off.
I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation.
Alchemists certainly have active imaginations. You sure you're not just packaging?
I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
Sunshine sprat?
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Noct went silent when I asked him, how does he know that masochists don't love that? Okay then, sir. How was... Okay, so you know your accent, okay. I was with my friend, and we said we're going hella fast, and I laughed him, and at that point, we did it again. Took my hands off the handles, and I was like, suck it. I got 5 laps, so you got 30, I win. And immediately plowed in a mailbox. Smashed my... Kid twig? Oh, berries and... And slid off the concrete. God damn. I was like, twig. Oh, I was like, twig and berry. Okay, I got you. I got you. Damn, that must sucked. Ooh. And then slid off and hit the concrete. What injuries did you end up with? Aside from getting your nuts, like, absolutely demolished. On my hand, too. Judo match guy threw me. I threw it in the air. You landed on a wrist and it broke instant. Ooh, never land on your hands. Ooh. Yeah, that's exactly why you land on your hands. If you land, you always want to land on your shoulder if you can. Your shoulder or, like... Yeah. Usually if you're talking about upper body arm, shoulder. Shoulder's like one of the most cushioned, like, areas to land on. Ugh. I remember when I fell out of midair, because I was being pushed in, like, a swing in middle school. They pushed me super high up in the swing, right? And I fell off the swing. But I remember that, like, you know, landing on your shoulder is best, so, like, I redirected to midair.
Paimon bets you're just hungry.
I redirected, like, midair and aimed at my shoulder towards the ground, and then I landed, and I was totally fine. It kind of ended pretty bad, though, because of how high I fell from. Yeah, the shoulder is the ultimate landing pad.
That does sound yummy, though.
You sound yummy.
Okay, Paimon approves.
Yeah, I'm just noting some things down. Don't worry, Noct. Don't worry about it. Hit your head. Oh, God. I remember in, like, 3rd grade? yeah, 3rd grade, somebody's playing wall ball, and they did like a dive towards the door. And the door opened right when they did that dive. And my friend, like, his head hit the door right when it opened. And it, like, split his head. He was bleeding everywhere. It was pretty bad. They had to call the hospital and everything. Oh, man, you got taken out for 10 minutes? Ooh. But yeah, oh, yeah, that was a pretty gnarly injury I saw in 3rd grade. Wasn't that bad. You got taken out for 10 minutes. You know what? Not. Sometimes it's like that, right? The crash may look gnarly, but it's not that bad. But sometimes it can be something simple that ends up being really, really bad. Like, my mom broke her leg jumping over a cardboard box. Yes, a cardboard box. She broke her leg doing that. I'm not kidding. So it could be something as simple as that, and it's just an injury happens. I don't know how that was possible, but it happens. Yeah, it was a really bad fracture too. I was surprised. I was like, how does something like that even happen? Just jump over a cardboard box. Maybe it's age. I don't know. I'll save you a pin or two.
Mm-hmm. Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
My mom was not a parkour artist, unfortunately. I do a lot of, like, jumping and stuff like that. I practiced it a lot during, I don't know, just light acrobatics, you know, nothing crazy. But this is something I like doing, especially when running through the school. And I remember my friends would do, like, chase me and shit, dude. I remember I had to sprint to avoid people. I had to avoid him by sprinting. And, like, man could not catch me. He said, damn, this dude's fast. Like, my vaults and everything were on point. I knew how to throw my weight over, like, in a very fast, efficient way. So, like, I can do a running vault very easily. Not really meant to be stood on in certain configurations, so you fucking jump, your ankle just get your entire body weight on it. It's just bad. Oh yeah, I've landed on my ankle wrong. It could be that, but I don't know. The way it fractured, I don't know what that could have been.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem.
Paimon's gonna eat all the food, watch.
How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again.
The willpower? What?
Where does it get?
A true power of will.
Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
What's the recipe? We got a new recipe. Sunshine Sprat. What the heck is this? I'm tempted to pull percent Lolly because it's just the fact that she's a crowd character that may never see the light of day again. But at the same time, I'm like, it's not necessary, right? I do like Set Lolly's weapon. It's so cute. It's just like it's a bird. It's a derpy owl. Look at that thing. It's so cute. I want it because I'm an owl, right? It's a cute weapon. Dude, what's crazy is that her weapon's the same thing as Shalonen's. And I'm pretty sure they stack. Dude, that's so cracked. If you have both their signatures, it's like a 56% damage increase. Just passively. That's crazy. So Shilonen and Sitlali with their weapons together are gonna be like, that's gonna be cracked for hypercarry teams. This weapon is, oh my god. People said it has an Arlecchino type like effect though, where it only works on Movica. You get the flame. Now if it's her feet, then it's a small. No, it's not her foot. She broke like I guess it is around her ankle area. She did snap. I think that's what happened. Lithic blade. Definitely was her toes or anything. Her feet itself was fine. It was more on the ankle area that had the damage. So it probably was how she landed on her ankle. Lithic blade. This is a good weapon. It's just hard to actually utilize the passive on this. Because there's not a lot of teams where you can slot in a bunch of leeway characters and actually have a full four-man team. I wonder though, what could you do with this? This is probably for Gaming. Like Gaming with like a leeway team, maybe? Shanyan. We need a leeway shielder, so like Shangli, maybe? And then there's no good damage supports though for leeway. That's the only problem. That's why I don't think that weapon can really get its max benefit. Well, if you have high refinement, that'll be like what? Okay, look at Sunshine, whatever it's called. Sunshine. Rat. Does anybody have a special? No, it's just alright. Shin Yang. Noelle, cook us it. Hell yeah, we cooked it. Is it bad when I heard I saw you talk about feet in chat and I'm like, huh? No way, he's gonna say some weird shit. That's why mods they destroyed that word for me. 6:30 p.m. Time to hit the gym. So fun. I'll catch you next time. All right, thank you for dropping by, Ihara. Have a good one. Get them gains, man. Thanks for coming by. I'll continue Albedo's quest.
That was fast. Looking forward to testing the results.
He was hungry. He lied. He was hungry.
An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy.
Gastronomy.
As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours.
What are we even testing for food? Like, what would it have done to, like, elementally boost it?
Unless... Could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
Yes, they're OP as shit outside of this world. I know that one of the signature dishes, like Kaching's signature dish, is that she uses her electrovision to zap fry the fish, which I think is pretty creative.
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
But is that actually like channeling the elemental power into the food, or are you just cooking with it? Because technically, if you have a pyrovision, you would cook the food using fire from your pyrovision. So is that channeling your elemental power into the food by cooking it that way? Like, I'm trying to see what constitutes as channeling your power into the food. Because I feel like any normal fire would do that too, right?
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. I need to feel disheartened.
He really did just want it to eat. He lied.
And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Boxing up leftovers.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
You're Paimon's new favorite.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago! But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you.
Food.
And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
I tried both of those.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle.
Alchemy.
If you had, say, a superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look.
Kind of sad. This one won't have a cutscene. And they put all his story into event quests. Man, they did him dirty. At least he got 2 weapons out of his quest, but none of which modern players could get. I feel like they should add it to the Star Glitter shop for like old event weapons. That way, like, it costs as much as, like, you know, like 24 Star Glitter like it does for, like, the other 4-star weapons. Maybe 30, right? Make it a little more expensive, 35, 34, but you can get those weapons if you really want to. And, you know, as a free-to-play player, and they might be more valuable for your account. There should be some lost elemental traces on the lost items.
Oh, yeah! You could use Elemental Sight!
That way other players can still, you know, get the weapons, but it'll cost them a lot if they really do want the weapons. But it's not unobtainable, you know? Back to fire. Ah! He's on fire. You would think having fire and pyro imbued on you would make you immune to the cold, but it doesn't. That should be a thing. Like, if you're set on fire, I think you should, or have, like, burning embers on you, you should be warmed. Aha.
The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This must be electrohypostasis powder.
Got it. That was easy. He's just investigating us. That's all the doctors checked us with Albedo. This is the entire quest.
Goodness. You managed to find them. Incredible. 1,000 thanks. I'm wondering, this elemental site, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep. Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
He has geo footprints.
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat.
Interesting.
Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
Who else would have elemental sight, actually? I'll think about it.
You mean we failed again?
Baelia.
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment.
He's just using us for errands.
I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning.
How do I get off this tree?
In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing?
Nope.
And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then?
Nope.
So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then could you see her?
It's like we're still on the superpower test.
Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment. I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
I can see what I want Sucrose to be doing.
Yeah. Speaking of physical tests. Evil. Picture this. Oh, I'm picturing her all right. Hold on, let me stand by the fire to warm up. Breath of the Wild has better like cold mechanics because you can make a fire wherever the hell you want and carry a torch. Genshin, you have to go to like set areas, and if it doesn't have a torch or anything, a stationary torch, you're shot out of luck. Let me see if I can claim the. Where is my dumbass burning? Yay, daily's done. Dude, I still have so much AR-58. What the hell? Yay, level 10. Yes, we got a YOLO wish. YOLO wish. Let's just roll the wish randomly. Here we go, guys. YOLO wish. Whee! It's gonna be something nothing. Yeah. We got debate club garbage. All right. Where are we? You went all the way up there? What the heck? Let me switch to what's her name? Saw you. Come over here. Yeah, we got him. Okay. Switch back to flex roll. Go, go, go! I'm gonna freeze to death. Warm up, warm up. Yeah, that looks crazy. Let's keep going. Oh, there's one of these up here. Good. Why is Albedo like all the way up here? Okay. What the heck is he going to want us to do?
You want us to jump from up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is.
You better have a better method.
Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us.
I don't think we're swimming in that
Some
ice
of
cold
us
water.
would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research.
This is actually less stressful than the superpower.
Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
It's just Albedo. Being Albedo's guinea
Wait a
pig.
minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
What the heck do we gotta do? The heck is a... Oh! Wah. Oh, I died. Oh no, we failed the test, guys. Wah. Albedo, you saw nothing.
Without limitations, some of us would. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. Then if you would, please.
Yep, Albedo saw nothing. We did not fail the test. What is that debuff? Like, is he like a down on his like on speed or?
Yeah. Let's light it up. Hup.
Easy. Your time power is 31. Yep, they have time power. It's 100%. Yep, Albedo. Success.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, Traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
Yeah, what about the other knights?
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway.
What do you mean alchemy? What the fuck could he use? What kind of alchemical solution could you have used to teleport over here?
If it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
Yeah, I know, right?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting.
When else have you researched this thoroughly?
I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended. Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilichurls? Because you got to see something new and interesting and the differences between them?
They were dancing around a rock.
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Nah.
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime.
What do we even really do exactly?
Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence.
I got this. 200 IQ.
Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
The heck are these? Retrieve the survey beacons. The heck did I just pick up? He said ruins nearby. You lied, bro. That's hella far. This was like one of the hardest treasures to get in the game. Go, traveler, go! Alright, Albedo, let's go do your experiment wherever you are. I haven't gotten to this side of the map yet, so let's go check out what it is. Gaia is the best character for exploring this place though, because she's like damn near invincible with her passive. She like auto heals, I think, when she's reached a low enough HP, and then she'll never die just from walking around here. So if you're trying to get stuff with her, I probably should use my Gaia since I got her level. And she has tons of HP. What's this puzzle?
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test.
No problem.
I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe.
I'm getting good at these.
A tried and tested adventurer, I see. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like.
Yeah, lip sync. If Genshin were to use one thing for AI, I'd definitely be the lip sync. So we got 2 Sealies here that we have to put together. Here's
It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
Go, Sealy, go! 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Oh, okay. I know what we gotta do. It's that damn puzzle again. Go, go, go! Yeah, we did one. Okay, the other one is over here, right?
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains.
Where are the other 2?
Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Do not touch the water, it's gonna make you freeze. Oh! Why can I... It's so hard. Oh. Okay, I'm thinking. There's gotta be a better solution. Because it has one of those like angles where you can't grip. We might have to like go from above and then fly down. First things first though, let's cool or heat ourselves up. And then we climb. I don't know if we can climb this. Oh, we can. Okay. Then we fly down this way. We should be able to get the Sealy. Come over here, Sealy. Where's the other Sealy, though? Oh, right there. I see it. Hey, you bitch!
Get out of here! Adventure's hooked up!
Oh no!
Feeling lucky?
Oh my god, I hate these things.
Lightning flash!
What the? Oh.
Everybody stand back!
Bye. Okay, let's get this thing out of here. Please don't fly like 30 miles into the air. Just be good. Okay, good Sealy. Sealy's when they're told to not take the most convoluted path known to man. Got the harder one first, by the way. Now this one should be a little bit easier. It's probably gonna go up the mountain or some shit. Watch. I say this. Yep. How do I know? Takes a convoluted ass path. Hey, who the?
Get out of here!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Hey, explaining things is Paimon's job.
We took her job. Okay, what the heck is down there? We drained the water, that's what I thought.
Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased.
Oh, we got some of the
We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look.
No chests or anything hidden? Okay. Surprised the water didn't freeze.
What's this?
I feel like I've seen these before.
To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, a true mystery. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results for once. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Oh, see you soon. If they get it past the pelican.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the results of all this brain ache.
No cutscene, that's our result.
Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the campsite.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
Damn, she never left.
You didn't leave the mountain?
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to.
Okay.
I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor.
What do you mean? He has ulterior motives?
Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? Participating in all kinds of strange experiments?
Yeah, that sounds like the average side quest.
I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps, you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even
I don't think she can even see her own feet. I'm just helping him with his research.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it! And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy!
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
You came here to be sure, so you must have your ways of assuring yourself.
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. Not to mention, seems like there's nothing more to them.
He has like a master plan that we've never cracked open.
But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. This is now a location of interest. Regular patrols should be set up here. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat, which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So stubborn.
I know that it's like, I know there's something with his story quest that he's like, that there's something in him, or I don't know what it causes, something untrustworthy he's done.
Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that.
But I don't think it's going to be explained in this one. I think all that's explained in the event, which is like, why? Why would you drop this and then never explain it in the story and have it all... Like, what's... You know, like the story quests, they say to be continued, but then they never actually continue it? Like, very rarely do they actually continue it. I guess they say that so they can leave it open just in case they want to, like Yoimiya's, where they eventually did, like, gave her part 2. Oh, no, it's kind of funny, though. In his case, the event quests were his part 2s. Maybe she's lacks good. Maybe she's just sensitive. I don't know what it could be.
Huh. Never mind her. Let's go see Albedo.
Immediately ignores all advice. His alchemy camp. Wow. Oh. Alright, Albedo, what's going on, my man?
You're back. Good timing. I've just about reached the conclusion.
Okay, what's the conclusion, sir?
You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back?
Not really.
Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
That's it?
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Yep, nothing.
Barely.
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders?
Only the gods would know.
I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle.
I mentioned the natural laws that you're able to converse with me without consequences. That seems nice.
The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
The heck is this?
Whoa! It looks like
What is this? A flower? This is elemental skill, right?
The transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
Aww.
It was so short-lived.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to perfection, is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
I wonder how my sister is. This gone ether. I was thinking about it.
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
All it took was food to win her over.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it certainly doesn't hurt. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom.
So I'm a helpful specimen?
I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again?
Sure. Even if you just want some company, find me anytime.
Well, glad I can count on you. I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean?
Was this his power that showed up in, later on?
Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?
Uh-oh. Albedo, he's got a dark side. Oh. Well, that was Albedo's story, Quest. Now we're out in the middle of nowhere. What's next? Xiao! Xiao's next! Ah! do I play Xiao after? Oh, wait. Oh, I want to level up the characters first before we do that. Let me just throw him in the team. Oh, yeah, we got his best in slot team. I'm down for that. What do I got? Daily commission rewards, Natlan Trials. Oh yeah, reputation quests. I gotta finish those. Let's go turn in at right here, Fontaine. I gotta see how my multi-chat. I'll get that fixed up probably just right after stream. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 3? Holy, I did start a little later. I spent 3 hours yapping, guys. I like Albedo's because nothing happened. That's sad though. We don't get to see any follow-up to that quest because all of its events that we can't touch anymore. Can't play.
Add Astro.
Add Astrum applesauce.
Thank you for
Add Astra applesauce. There we go. Level 9, Emily! Yay! Let me think. Yeah, everything's good. Vita. What oh, this is for the Sealy, right? There we go. Visitors on the icy mountain. Give me that. Thank you. I gotta get the chest, the prospering tree to max. I want to get those wings for the ice, the snow, for the ice characters. Yeah, it looks really nice. I think that's it for tonight, though. I think everybody know is KO. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take this extra time and sleep. I gotta reset my sleep schedule, bro. My schedule's fucked. Alright. I have a good one, though. Alrighty, guys. I will catch you guys later on tonight. Or I guess later on today? Tonight? I keep saying this when it's like 3 a.m. and like streaming, but we're gonna be playing some, I think... Final Fantasy 16? Yeah. We're gonna finish some FF16. Let's go, baby. I'm getting close to the end. Like, I'm in the last section, right? So, once we get to that last, like, country unlocked, I think we're getting close to beating FF16. I don't know. I'll play... the good thing is that I'll have the story done on stream, but I think off stream I'll be playing a lot of FF16. That's one thing I really like about a lot of the games. Like, they're, you know, you want to done the story very quickly, but then off stream you can do, like, all the achievements and stuff. I like when games have that. But a lot of the games we play, you know, don't have that. They're usually like one or the other, where you do the story and that's the entire game, and then you don't have any extra things you can do. It's kind of sad. But FF16, at least the benefit of, yes, I'll have to play the story again, but I'll have the benefit of being able to like do all the achievements. But that's a problem though. If I do have to do NG Plus to play the DLC, then I will do the DLC after. Or I don't know. Should I play the... I think I'll play... Yeah, because I already did the story. I'll probably... If I have to do the whole story again, I'll do everything up until I can start the DLC, and then I'll play the DLC there. So then that way you guys can enjoy it. But that's my plan for FF16. I don't know exactly how it works, but we'll have to see. Hopefully we get access to it at some point. I don't know. We'll get to it. But yeah, have a good night, guys. I'll catch you next time. Fun. Signing out.